Hello everyone, Kristen Dombrowski here. I just like to start off every course with a video hello, especially since this course is 100% online and I won't ever get to meet you in person as I have in some previous courses. Some of you I have already met in person, but this course is 100% online and we'll be beginning the course shortly. So I just wanted to take a second to briefly give you an overview of what to expect in this course. I sent an email out. Hopefully, you received it. I got mostly responses that yes, you did, um, giving you a heads up on the 3 required texts for this course. They're all available on Amazon. 2 of them are relatively cheap, I think, around 20 bucks each, not bad. I know the QRI is a little bit more expensive, and I did give you the tip that perhaps you might like to ask around to see if anyone has a copy of it. And if not, I wouldn't feel bad about asking my principal to purchase a copy because I think you're going to enjoy this so much that this is going to be something you want to use in your teaching practice and it can become another assessment tool in your toolkit. So why not get other people to pay for it? Am I right? Um, so I also mentioned that this is typically a 12-week or longer course, but I've been asked to condense it into 8 weeks, which meant that I had to do a lot of reflecting and weeding through and eliminating a lot of the assignments, but I haven't eliminated any of the resources. So to that end, it's going to feel like I'm throwing a lot of stuff at you, probably more than you can close read or carefully consume in a week. So I'd like to invite you to skim and save things for the future and focus your energies on areas where you know you need a lot more of your time and energy to expand your understanding. One trap I'd like to help you avoid is, I only know this from experience. So if I were teaching 8th grade at the time and I went to a seminar, I would probably only focus on what would impact my 8th graders and what could I bring back for use in my classroom right away. However, you are going for a reading teacher or reading specialist license. I'm not sure where you are in your journey right now, but you definitely need 316 reading teacher first. And eventually you'll be able to serve students of all grade levels and abilities. And you might have a 12th grader reading at a 1st grade level. I've had that. And conversely, you might have a 3rd grader reading at a 10th grade level. So it's really important for us to keep an open mind and a broad perspective on what we are focusing our energy on as we filter through all the resources in this course. So, the course is currently up on Canvas, and some feedback I got from the last course I taught with some of you is that you liked having the entire course available at the outset. It makes me a little itchy because I'm worried about overwhelming you, but I have opened all 8 weeks if you're the kind of self-paced person that you'd like to just steamroll through it. However, we are going to keep up with the schedule in terms of assignment due dates, and there are collaborative assignments as well that you're going to need to be on pace with your peers. So there are assignments in week 1 that is collaborative. Week 2 is a discussion that's collaborative. Looks like nothing week 3 that's collaborative, but week 4 a discussion. Nothing week 5. I think week 6. Nope. So it must be week 7 is another discussion, and then week 8 is when your final project is due. So let's talk about those assignments really quick. In the past, I've had 6 discussion posts required, but I whittled it down to 3 for this course. And your requirement will be by the Thursday of that week, you need to post an original response in your own words. I put a word requirement on there to make sure that it was meaty enough. There's traditionally like a 2-3 part prompt of questions that you need to answer from your own point of view and cite sources where appropriate and necessary. And then you just chill for a couple days and then come back on the weekend and see what your friends have your colleagues have posted, and you are to respond twice. It can be twice on the same post if it's a really popular post, or twice over 2 other posts, but you are graded on those 3 parts: your initial post by Thursday and 2 responses by Sunday at midnight. There is a collaborative assignment that is not graded, and that's going to be in week 1, where we are all going to contribute to a shared Google Doc, and we're just going to brain dump everything we know about the literacy assessments available in our district. This is always a mind-blowing assignment because teachers say, well, we only have 2. We just use the map and running records. But then the more they think about it, and the more we listen to each other, and we talk to people in our building, we talk to our colleagues, we talk to people outside of our grade level, like, hey, let's check in with what are we using at the high school, what are we using at the elementary, what are we using for early childhood, and then we get this huge list of assessments, and we go, wow, I have a lot of tools at my disposal, more than I thought, and some that I could really tap into if I ever really needed to. I get creative. I've used PALs with a 5th grader. I know we have to think about fidelity and who's the population it was normed with, but there are times when I use assessments outside of the grade level or the age level it was intended for. It's good to have a good perspective on everything that's available to you. Plus, you sound really smart when you know about all these assessments that you can use. So that's an ungraded assignment, but I think it's really valuable for us to do. Then we're going to have 2 posts that you're going to make on a Padlet. You don't need an account. It's nothing fancy. You hit a plus button and then you just type away and add it, and it becomes a digital corkboard. I always try to use things with you all that I think you could consider bringing back to your classroom and think, hey, that's pretty neat. Maybe I want to use that for my 3rd grade research unit or whatever. So you're going to post on Padlet. First Padlet is going to be, you're going to research a literacy assessment tool that you want to know more about. I will always encourage you to pick something outside of your wheelhouse. So if you've been using, the F&P running records forever and a day, don't pick that one. Pick something else, because the point is we're going to learn and expand our repertoire in our toolbox. Then we're going to do the same with a literacy instructional program or strategy. That one's a little more complicated because I'm going to require that it be considered highly effective according to, what is it? Oh, tired. What Works Clearinghouse. There, it was in there. So we're going to learn how to use What Works Clearinghouse to research effective research-based interventions, instructional strategies, programs, etc. And that's going to become another skill that you have, finding out what's considered effective based on research. That doesn't mean that just means somebody took the time to research it. Doesn't mean there's not more out there that isn't just amazing. It just didn't make it on the Clearinghouse website yet. So the second Padlet will be on, the first one is on an assessment, the second one's on instruction. Then 1 week, week 6 maybe, we're going to look at a pretend student and practice administering the QRI virtually. So I've made an interactive video where you pause it, you fill out your paperwork, you resume, see how you did, time to reflect and analyze the data, and what would be your next steps. And that's our practice round with student 1. And then your final project will be a QRI analysis, scoring analysis, and instructional next steps for student 2. I will also give you the data for student 2. If I had 12 weeks, I'd make you go out and find your own student, administer it, score it, but I don't think you have the time for that. And for quick turnaround purposes, I'm going to just give you the data. If you are itching to just, Lisa, in my 3rd hour, my goodness, I just really want to do the QRI. I was going to do it on her anyway. I'm going to use this as an opportunity to practice and get some feedback from me. You are so welcome to do that. But I am providing student 2 for you as a safety net if you're not that ambitious. That will put us through 8 weeks, and we'll wrap up around my birthday, mid-March. I just want to add that I'm just very accessible by email. I would encourage you to use kristendembrowski@gmail.com. My phone number is in the syllabus. You can text, chat, whatever works. Students really like using Google Docs. I prefer that. If you would like to, share and give me commenting rights on your Google Doc, I can give you as much feedback as you like. I'm not a gotcha kind of person in terms of grades. I'd rather you get the grade that you want, not your first draft grade. So feel free to invite me and include me as you work through your thinking and we get it to where you're proud of your final product. Um, yeah, I think that's it. So thanks for watching the welcome video, and let's have an awesome 8 weeks and just learn a ton and feel really confident about um, all that you know and have to offer and all the students you're going to be able to help with your vast knowledge of so many resources by the end of this course. All right, thanks. Bye.